Hello and good evening. This is Bev here, Clarkovision, and I think it's the hottest day of the year for us here in Scotland. So far, July the 23rd, and it's about, I think it's about 24 here in Edinburgh right now, which is, if you're in Australia or America, that's probably freezing for your summers. However, for us, it's absolutely roasting, as in really hot, and makes for sleepless nights because we don't have air conditioning, and it's just hopeless to work in, hopeless to live in. It's good for just sitting and doing nothing, and that's about it. So I'm struggling today with this, and but I just wanted to do a quick video here, just to show off a couple of toys, shall we call them, that I've just got in from Amazon today. I've been kind of wanting something like this for a wee while. This is possibly the geek part, or it's the vinyl collector thing, and CD collector as well, is included here. But you know how when you play your record and you have one displayed in the background, as I do here, and you kind of want to sit your cover up, if it's especially if it's a cool cover, just somewhere near the record player, and this is what's playing, kind of thing. And you can just sit and look at it yourself now and again. Well, this is a self-made prop, and it's basically it's one of these desk calendars sit sideways, and there's like a wee rubber mat, coaster mat, just so that the record won't slip off the edge, and that's basically all that holds them up. And it's not the most fantastic, sophisticated thing, but it's got me by. And occasionally I do wonder if it's going to fall over. It has happened once. So I've looked before, and I thought there is no way I'm paying those prices, because you can actually get these stand things that are made to display your records. So I was doing a little search, as you do, and I did a search a while back, and I was shocked at the prices that I found. You're literally talking about a thin plank of wood. Now I know you can even make your own. I recall a video a while back that dude 1973 had made, and he showed how he had made his own little CD display stand, because he's a CD collector, out of Lego, and it worked a treat, and I thought, brilliant. Well, I don't have any Lego anymore, unfortunately. I loved Lego, but or you could, if you were good with the hands and stuff, you could make your own out of some scraps of wood or whatever, but well, that's far too sophisticated for me. So went online, and some messages just come up here. I'm using my iPad to show, because this is my unprofessional videos here, and this is just a couple of examples I found. This is one off eBay. Now playing it doesn't look overly great or overly sturdy. You've got this plank of wood, there's a gap between this bit and that bit, and they're both stuck on a piece of wood or something, I think. This was about between £9 and £12 by the time you add on the postage. Which way am I going? Then that one I found as well on eBay. It's like a floating shelf. By the time you've got the postage paid, you're looking at £18. That one was on Amazon. This is specific. This is an audio file thing. It's made by Audi Visions, I think it is. It's got the name imprinted. Now it's a metal stand, as you can see, triangular, and the record sits, and there's a lip at the front to stop it sliding down. Looks alright, etc. But if you want that one, it's £49. I thought there's just no way. And the last one I saw was that one, which is the kind of the one I see the most of. Somebody, I'll need to leave that chat. I don't even know what it is. Some group thing that somebody's put me in. So yeah, and that one I'll take too. And it's basically, what is it? It's a plank of wood. They describe it as oak. It's obviously stained. And the price of that on Amazon was £16.95. So I thought, I really don't want to pay that. And so that was that. I thought, no. And then somehow, and underneath at the bottom of Amazon, sometimes you get, you may also like. And so this came up. And interestingly enough, it was as basic as you like, but here it is. I went and ordered it. It's just a plank of wood. It's called a record display stand, and right enough, your record will display in it. I'm just going to put this over here, so I've got a bit of space. Your record will display in it. It just is, you know, it's carved out, there's a groove. It just sits in up against, you know, and it would sit on your desk or your speaker top or wherever. Just as you like. And I thought, well, that's really cool. That's basic, it's ideal, and this was about £8.99, which was still dear enough, but it's definitely the cheapest I'd seen. However, the one thing that got me about this, I thought, well, it's not a huge space for just being a block. It's not the heaviest block. It could slide about or get knocked easily off balance. Plus, there's only this much support coming up to the back of the record. Now, if you've got a heavy 180 gram record or a double album even, this is a gatefold, so it does fit your gatefold. This is my Glory Hammer latest that I showed in my last video. I wouldn't like to think that if there's still a record in here, this could cause a bit of kinking or bending, and it would be top heavy. So I thought, I'm not so sure I'm happy about that. However, what I am happy about is it is perfect for CDs, because the CD just sits, and you know, they're smaller. Perfect. So my little CD, when that's on, can sit in there. So no frills. So I've gone with that for my CDs. And then I came across something else in the You Might Also Like section. Nothing to do with vinyl though. This was under art and crafts, and it is a desk easel made out of wood. And very simple. These come in various sizes. This is the 16-inch one, and I thought, meaning it's 16 inches at its tallest, so big enough to hold a 12-inch album. The back comes out, and it's fixed so that the back only goes so far. And it's fixed in with a little wooden pin here, which it looks quite delicate actually, so I would treat it with care, or you could replace it with maybe a metal nail or something if it did happen to break. So you just open it out. Of course, it's got all this to support the record, and you've got your lip here and plenty of space, so you could even have maybe 2 records on it perhaps, and it'll just sit nicely. And very nicely. You know, obviously it's hard to show the desk here, but it would sit nicely on the desk or over there in the background. And I am much more confident that this is not going to get knocked as easily. There's a lot more support at the back so that the record's not going to bend. Price of this was £8.99, the same price as that block, £8.99, and you're getting far more wood, if you ask me, than some of these single plank things. So if you want to know exactly the make of it, this is it here. It's Quantum Art, and this one is the 16-inch Bristol. You will see different sizes, and they have different names for different sizes, but this is sufficient enough, just in case you fancy it. And the third one, I got three. I thought, well, I'll have the plank anyway for the series, and I thought if I get two stands, I can see what they're both like, and that means I can have two displayed at any one time in different bits. So the third one is a metal one. This is made out of aluminium. Again, it's an artist's easel. It's a foldable one, and it comes with a carry pouch, believe it or not. I've got this with it. And this is Mont Professional Series, so it slips in there so you can carry it. And it just unfolds. And you do have these expanding bits there, and the back just comes out. Now it can angle like that, or it can angle out the way, so you can get a wide angle. That's as wide as it goes. Now I think as well there's a little sort of butterfly screw thing here. I think you just tighten that when you get it to your desired angle so that it's not going to move about too much. There's also a couple of nuts at the top should they need tightened. They're on rubber feet. So what I like about this is, one, it's quite sturdy. Two, the rubber feet means it's not going to go anywhere on any surface. This bit, if you have a gatefold and you want to display the gatefold, you know, if the artwork goes over the whole, this will provide extra support across. You can have it stationed anywhere you like. In fact, I'll just grab this other one, the Iron Maiden one here, which is again, it's a double fits on there, no bother. So there it's there. Again, this is on a lip as well, so it's not going to fall at the front. Gatefold's perfect, perfect height, and I say you've got support on the back with these extra wing things. So I'm keeping both of them. And that is my vinyl display stands that I've now got for the room. The thing about this one is it does have a wider area, so if you've got small kind of like bookshelf style speakers, this is probably going to be too large, but if you've got large speakers it probably will still sit, so you better setting this on some kind of shelving unit. If you can see, it will sit on top of this. Let me just hang on a minute. It will sit on top of that quite easily, and that's one of these Kallax shelves, so that's the cube size, the IKEA Kallax shelf, so it will sit on here no problem. I can have it flat back or slightly further up, but yeah, that's what, and it makes my, I wouldn't, hang on, just hide the extra wing things, so and hey presto, basically. So I'm quite chuffed with that. So and if you're looking for this one, they all came off Amazon, the ones I've got. This one was slightly dearer, I think, probably because you get a carry case and it's metal. Who knows? This came in at £10.95, delivered. I'm on Amazon Prime, so I don't know if that has any influence on it, but. And it's the Mont Marte Aluminium table easel, and this will take up to 50 centimetres, which is 19 or 20, between 19 and 20 inches, so you know, as I say, it's perfect for displaying gatefolds as well. So there's that, and the block which I'm using for my CDs is that make there. So $8.99 for the wooden one. The Quantum Art 16-inch, and what did I say? 10. So all of these were cheaper than the cheapest of the actual specific ones made for records, and I think they're sturdier. And I just thought I'd throw that out there. So without further ado, that's all I have to say in this video. But I think it's a pretty cool thing if you want to display one or two of your records safely, or your CDs as well. I think this is ideal for the CDs, as I say, unless you want to just go and make your own, but I resorted to purchasing something that I was satisfied enough to pay for. Anyway, see you later. That's all for now, and keep listening to your excellent music. Bye bye.